the early church fathers realized that spiritual growth does not work always up and to the right. That if I'm following Jesus over time and just give me enough years and enough experience up and over, I will be in the top right quadrant by the time I die. And it doesn't work that way. Sometimes we're going to deconstruct because of church hurt. I want to say that sometimes we are going to deconstruct because of maturity, that our faith grows and you grow up. And sometimes we actually mislabel spiritual growth as deconstruction because at its core, we really don't understand what makes us grow. It's like this big mystery. We think because we can't chart it, that means we can't track it. And one of the ways that we grow up is this process of, and I think one of you mentioned it earlier, it's called desolation. And this is the process where God actually removes his felt presence from us to reveal in our lives where we need his spirit more. There's this process that we don't really talk about a lot about on this, is that the early church fathers realized that spiritual growth does not work always up and to the right. If you look at a chart and you can, map it, a graph chart, that we always think it's up and to the right. That if I'm following Jesus over time, I started here down in the bottom left-hand corner, and just give me enough years and enough experience up and over, I will be in the top right quadrant by the time I die. And it doesn't work that way. And so some early church fathers realized this, and they realized it looks more like a mountain peak. It's up and down and up and down and up and down. And so in this process, we have these upward motions in this, and that is the process that's called consolation. And so they think of like consoling. It's like this baby bottle where I love to worship, I love to read my Bible, I love going to church, it's so great, Jesus is good, and I'm on fire. And we think that's the normal process of the Christian life. And then it hits desolation and starts going down, and all of a sudden it's like, the Bible sucks, I don't want to read it, I don't want to worship, turn off this music, I don't want to go to church, and we're like, oh, maybe I'm not a Christian anymore. Like, no, like this is actually like part of the plan, that God is removing his felt presence. We know he's promised to never leave us, never forsake us. So he's there, but he's removed his felt presence.